Hey, a playa, are you a bit torn as to who you should choose to spend Valentine's Day with? On one end, you have one of your crushes that is awesome and amazing, but then on the other end, you have one that's sensational and spectacular. Which crush do you choose? Who should you spend Valentine's Day with? I'm going to help you solve that question easily.
This is the Just Beats, you're watching the Just Beat.
First off, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume you're trying to choose which crush to spend Valentine's Day with based on the idea of them. You're thinking about both of them and trying to rationalize in your mind which one makes more sense to pursue. And that makes sense, right? You're going to weigh the pros and the cons of both of them to see which one you should actually pursue for Valentine's Day. Maybe this is a crush you want to pursue well after Valentine's Day, but how do you know which one to pick? I think instead of sitting there thinking about it, you need to spend more time actually being with each of them. I would recommend asking each one of them out on a date. And no, I don't mean to do some kind of Zach Morris type of thing where you're hanging out with one and then you run over to another table and you're hanging out with the other. What I mean is 2 separate dates, 2 separate days, time where you can focus on each one of them individually. Let's handle the basic questions around that. Does that make you a player? Absolutely not. All you're basically doing is trying to get to know each of them better. Just by going out on a date with them doesn't mean you're committed to anything. You're not leading them on, you're not tricking the other girl or guy, you're simply getting to know them better. I think when it comes to choosing a crush to spend time with on Valentine's Day, we kind of know in the back of our minds who we want to spend time with, but maybe there's a bunch of complications around it with that person, whereas with the second person there aren't. And that's what makes it complicated. Do we choose the easy path or do we choose the difficult one? It's possible that the person you want to spend Valentine's Day with is just busy. Maybe they have a lot of homework, maybe they're studying, maybe they have after school activities, and they can't do anything on Valentine's Day. So should you opt for the second person just so you have someone to spend time with? That's a trickier situation to decide from. But that's exactly why I would recommend asking each one to hang out before Valentine's Day. It gives you time to really see which one you connect better with. So if you end up connecting better with option A, even if they're busy, I still wouldn't go with option B because it might set the tone for option A to C. Like I've said in the past, Valentine's Day doesn't have to be this super romantic gesture of love. It could simply be 2 people enjoying each other's company, hanging out. But if option A sees you hanging out with option B or sees you ask out option B, it might ruin your chances with option A. So I think that if you really want to build something with your first choice, with the person that you actually like more, then I think you shouldn't risk it just so you have someone to spend Valentine's Day with. And that's why hanging out with each of them individually before Valentine's Day gets rid of that notion. There isn't any romanticism attached to you just asking that person to get food after school or asking them to hang out during lunch. You could simply do that with both people and get to know them better so you can really decide who matters more to you. But what if you did want to weigh the pros and cons? What are the type of questions you should ask yourself when it comes to deciding if you like them both equally? Here's what I think you should first start with. Who do I feel more comfortable being myself around? Who can I talk to and share my deeper feelings with? Can share my thoughts, everything that's going on in my mind? Who can I open up to and know that they can open up back to me? If you think that's both of them, let's go a bit deeper. Who do you feel has a better understanding of how you approach the world, your sense of humor, your goals, your dreams, the things you aspire to do? Which one of those 2 do you feel aligns better with your mission in life? That question tends to weed out a lot of people because maybe you 2 are great at talking, but they just don't get your sense of humor. But if that's the case, if both options are still equal, let's go down to the third one. Which one of those 2 are you more attracted to? Which one, when you look at them, do you feel, wow, I really want to be with them. I really want to hold them. I really want to kiss them. Which of those 2 options do you feel that greater for? Hopefully, by hanging out with both of them before Valentine's Day, it'll become obvious which one you have a deeper sense of attraction for, shared interest, and connection. Once you're able to figure that out, then I think it's easy for you to say, hey, let's spend Valentine's Day together. Ask them out. Doesn't have to be a super romantic date. Like I said, it could just be the 2 of you getting to know each other better, spending time together, or just enjoying the fact that you're admiring each other's company. But I know there are some of you that are still stuck. You're not sure who you should spend Valentine's Day with. So what I want you to do is to check out the video over there on the side, which is my story of how I chose between 2 different crushes that I had. I think that video will be helpful in making your decision. And check out the Valentine's Day playlist underneath it to go watch more Valentine's Day videos to help you get prepared for this special day. On that note, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. As always, love and peace.